Hello and welcome back to Learn English All About Sports. I'm your host, Willie, and this is episode 3.
And I'm Tim. In our first 2 episodes, we explored the very American world of the NFL. But today, we're shifting our focus to a truly global phenomenon, a sport that is played and loved in every corner of the world.
That's right. Today we're talking about the single biggest sporting event on the planet, the FIFA World Cup.
It's hard to overstate just how massive the World Cup is. Billions of people tune in to watch it. For 1 month, every 4 years, the world stops for football, or as it's known here in the States, soccer. It really is, and the passion it ignites is incredible. During the World Cup, you'll see people who aren't normally sports fans get completely caught up in the drama. It's a cultural event as much as a sporting one. That's so true. It brings everyone together. So today, let's break it all down. The history and prestige, how the tournament works, the legendary players it has created, and some of its most iconic moments. So Tim, for someone who might be new to this, what exactly is the World Cup?
The FIFA World Cup is a premier international football tournament where national teams from around the globe compete to be crowned world champions. It started way back in 1930 and has been held every 4 years since, with a couple of exceptions due to World War II.
Right, so it has a very long and rich history.
It does, and that history contributes to its incredible prestige. Prestige is a great word. It means respect and admiration felt for someone or something on the basis of their achievements or quality. In football, there is no higher prize. Winning the World Cup is about more than just a trophy. It's about national pride.
That's the key difference, isn't it? Players compete for their clubs year-round, but for the World Cup, they represent their entire country. The passion is on another level.
Absolutely. Players who win become national heroes forever. Their victory creates a lasting legacy, something that is a part of your history and that remains from an earlier time.
Okay, so we understand the prestige, but how does a team get to the final and win it? The tournament itself has a very specific structure, right?
Yes, it does. And the process takes years. Hundreds of countries compete in qualification matches for a couple of years just to earn a spot in the final tournament.
So just making it to the World Cup is a huge achievement in itself.
A massive achievement. Traditionally, 32 teams qualify for the final tournament. The first part is called the group stage.
And that number is actually growing, right? The tournament is expanding to give more countries a chance to compete on the world stage.
That's right. Starting in 2026, the tournament will expand to 48 teams. It's a bit controversial. Some people think it'll dilute the quality, while others are excited that more nations will get to experience the magic of the World Cup.
But the 32-team format is what created all the history we're talking about today.
Right. This is where the 32 teams are divided into 8 groups of 4. In your group, you play against the other 3 teams one time.
Exactly. You get points for a win or a draw. After all the matches are played, the top 2 teams from each group advance or move on to the next round. The bottom 2 teams are eliminated. They're out of the tournament and go home.
And this is when the real drama begins. The next phase is the knockout stage.
The name says it all. The 16 teams that advanced now enter a single elimination tournament. This means that in every match, there must be a winner. There are no draws.
It's do or die. You win, you continue to the next round. You lose, your World Cup dream is over. It starts with the round of 16, then the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and finally, the World Cup final.
And that high-stakes pressure is what makes the knockout stage so unbelievably exciting.
It really is. And through this intense competition, legends are born. You can't talk about the World Cup without talking about the iconic players who have defined it. Where do we even start, Tim?
You have to start with the original global superstar of football, Pelé from Brazil. He was just 17 years old when he burst onto the scene at the 1958 World Cup and led Brazil to victory. He went on to win 2 more in 1962 and 1970.
3 World Cups. He's the only player in history to have done that.
The only one. He was a truly complete player, and he made the sport beautiful and popular around the world. He's a true icon, someone who was very famous and admired, representing a particular idea or time. Pele represented the beauty of the game.
And if Pelé represented beauty, our next legend might represent genius and controversy. I'm talking about Argentina's Diego Maradona.
Right. His performance at the 1986 World Cup is maybe the greatest individual performance in any tournament ever. He almost single-handedly dragged Argentina to the title.
And it was all captured in one legendary quarterfinal match against England. In that game, he scored of two of the most famous goals in history. The first was the infamous Hand of God, where he illegally punched the ball into the net.
The controversy.
And then, just minutes later, he scored the goal of the century, where he dribbled past half the English team in a breathtaking display of skill. Those two goals perfectly summarize Maradona. Controversial, but an undeniable genius.
From one genius to another, we have to talk about a player who redefined the striker position, Ronaldo from Brazil. Not to be confused with Cristiano Ronaldo. They do. And in the modern era, the conversation about legendary players has been dominated by a great rivalry. A rivalry is a situation where people or teams compete against each other for a long time. Of course, I'm talking about Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Two of the greatest to ever play the game
Who played at the same time. Cristiano Ronaldo from Portugal is known for his incredible physical fitness, powerful shots, and his unmatched goal-scoring record. He's a symbol of hard work and dedication.
And then you have Lionel Messi from Argentina. He's often seen as a more natural talent, a magician with the ball at his feet. For years, the one thing missing from his incredible career was a World Cup trophy.
Until 2022. That's when he finally did it. He led Argentina to victory in one of the most exciting World Cup finals ever. It was the culmination of his career, the final peak achievement. And for many people, that win cemented his legacy as the greatest player of all time.
It was a true storybook ending. But you know, Willie, the World Cup is also full of moments that have nothing to do with victory. There are moments of shock, drama, and pure emotion that become just as famous.
That's a great point. What comes to mind for you?
Well, I think of the 2006 World Cup final. The French superstar Zidane, playing in the final match of his career, was shockingly sent off for headbutting an opponent. It was an infamous moment, famous for a bad reason, and France went on to lose. I remember that. It was unbelievable. Another one is from 2014 when the host nation, Brazil, lost 7-1 to Germany in the semifinal. It was a shocking result, a national humiliation for a country that lives and breathes football. The images of Brazilian fans crying in the stadium are unforgettable.
And that passion is really what it's all about. It's not just the players, but the fans. The atmosphere in the stadiums is incredible. Atmosphere refers to the mood or feeling of a place. The songs, the chants, the sea of national colors, it's a festival.
That's the perfect word for it. It's a global festival celebrating a shared love for the beautiful game.
Well, Tim, this has been a fantastic journey through the biggest tournament in the world. We've covered its prestige, the do-or-die format, and the legends and moments that make it so special. Before we go, let's quickly recap that key vocabulary.
Sounds good.
We had prestige, meaning respect and admiration. Legacy, which is what a player leaves behind. For the tournament, we had group stage and knockout stage, with its single elimination format.
We also talked about icons and superstars of the game. We mentioned the great Messi-Ronaldo rivalry, and finally, we talked about the incredible atmosphere created by the fan.
That's a great summary. And that's all the time we have for today's episode of Learn English All About Sports.
We hope you've enjoyed learning about the FIFA World Cup. Join us next time when we'll be exploring another massive international event, but one with many different sports, the Olympic game.
You won't want to miss that one. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.